Hi everyone, my name is Mary Beth. Welcome to my channel. So today we're going to ask, what are they working on? We're going to ask the Divine Masculine with the Psychic Tarot deck, what are they working on? We're going to ask the Divine Feminine with this Twin Flame Journey Tarot deck, what are they working on at this time? Please feel free to switch roles if you identify more so with the other side, as we are all the Divine Masculine and the Divine Feminine. And the secret to getting into Twin Flame Union is to integrate and to balance out your own Divine Masculine and your own Divine Feminine energies. Okay, and if you're interested in knowing more about that, check out my Etsy shop below for some coaching, or you can email me at twinflamealchemisttarot@gmail.com. Okay, so let's go ahead and start asking the Divine Masculine, what are they working on? Also, thank you so much to all of my new subscribers. I really appreciate all of you. Thank you so much for all of your support. It means so much to me. All right. So 2 cards. What is the Divine Masculine working on? What are they working on right now? 2 cards. What are the Divine Masculine? What are they working on? 2 cards. What are they working on? Yeah. They're working on their material harvest. That's beautiful. Yep. So working on their material, and then this is called okay. So the World card is reversed, so it is almost like they're hanging on to the past. So the World card usually means you maybe have completed a cycle. They haven't quite completed a cycle, so they're working on that. You might be thinking, well, what does that mean to complete a cycle? A cycle could be a lot of different things, but it's like a cycle of growth. And so it's like you're put through a lot of things, like some tests, some mirror work, certain things where it catapults your growth into a whole new timeline or a whole new vibration. Excuse me. And so they're working on that as well as their own material harvest, which is beautiful. And what is the Divine Feminine working on? 2 cards. What is the Divine Feminine working on right now? What is the Divine Feminine working on? 2 cards. What are they working on? What are they working on? 2 cards. Well, this is interesting. We have 10 of Cups reversed with Soul Contract reversed. What's happening here? Why is this upside down? I'm almost thinking like it's an inner work. It's almost like they're working on their own inner soul contract and not outer. But let me see. Let me get a, why is Justice reversed with 10 of Cups reversed? Why is this here? It's almost like it's like Divine Feminines know that they can't have this contentment and joy unless they do this soul contract with their soul on the inside. But why is this here? Why is this here? What are they working on? Oh, they're working on not being attached. Oh, that makes total sense. Working on not feeling so attached to in a certain outcome, working on not feeling obsessed with their twin flame. So it's almost like they're working on not relying on this relationship for their joy and happiness. That's very interesting. Okay, cool. All right. So let's take a look at some other cards on what are they working on, or what's going to help you, or something like what. Let's do this deck. Let's try this deck for Divine Masculine. What else is the Divine Masculine working on, or what should they be working on? How about that? What should the Divine Masculine be working on right now? Like what's something that's going to really help the Divine Masculine? Let's try this deck. Reflection, very interesting. So this has to do with relationships. So it's like, so it says, have you ever stopped to think about all the relationships in your life? So take an inventory. By drawing a relationship diagram, you will need a large piece of paper and some crayons and some colored markers. So what this is saying is that you are you're going to use different colors for various groups of people in your life, and you're going to write the names of all the people in your life, and you can use symbols also. And look it over and see if anyone is missing, and see if the relationships, if any of the relationships need to be improved. take notes of the drawings of like what symbols you put next to certain people, what colors you use for certain groups of people. Write down your thoughts and feelings about these people to really kind of give you a better reflection on your relationships with others. That's really cool. So it's something you can do to really help yourself to it could be like, people that you work with, coworkers, friends, relatives, your twin flame, okay, and it'll give you some kind of variation of like to indicate the importance or proximity of each person. So it's almost like you're taking an inventory of your relationships. It's very interesting. So it's like it's reflection work. It's like a reflection work. What's something else? What's for the divine feminine? How about the divine feminine? What are they working on, or what should they be working on for the divine feminine? Divine feminine. What should they be working on? Ooh, finances. I'm actually working on this right now. So this actually is about creativity. So see what you can do to let yourself be creative and have a bit of fun with it. And, and you can use your creativity even to make money. So you can make a collage of your dream, of your house, your vacation, create positive affirmations about your financial goal. You can make whatever it is about financial, like following a budget, accomplishing little tiny financial goals, making a creative version of your budget with colored markers and visual symbols, brainstorming ways to make money through your own creativity. It's probably inside of you already is what I'm getting at. Like you all have something already inside of you that you think that you absolutely love to do. And so you have to kind of get creative with it to think like, how can I make money off of this thing that I love to do? This will actually help you in your twin flame journey as well, because it's going to balance out your divine masculine side. And for the divine masculines, reflecting on your other relationships or even your relationship with your twin flame, this is going to balance out your divine feminine side. All right. So what else? Like, what else are they working on? I would love to know, what else are they working on? What is the divine masculine working on right now? Let's pull one card from this deck. What is the divine masculine working on? One card, please. What are they working on? And then we'll grab stuff from the bag, and then we will get some messages. All right, Rebel. Working on challenging authority and having, like influencing social change, but at the same time not getting where like where you're super angry and it's like you put people down, and it's like you're allowing you're allowing others to be themselves. Like it's like you're allowing other perspectives, but at the same time you're working on, I'm allowed to challenge certain things that don't feel that don't feel right to me. Like if I want to challenge certain systems, you know, but really, when you look at your reflection work for divine masculine, really, it's like when you make that inner change, that's what's going to make the greatest outer change, is what I'm finding, because everything is just a mirror, as the as within, so without. That is the best way. So just to like make people change their minds, that's a bit of a slower way of doing things. It's like when you do the inner work, that changes your outer world a lot quicker, if that makes sense. All right, let's look at the divine feminine. Sorry about the big clap there. Okay, for the divine feminine, what is the divine feminine working on right now? What is the divine feminine working on? And we'll ask one more deck, and then we will go to the bag. All right, so the divine feminine working on martyr. Yeah, trying not to be a martyr. I totally get this, right? Thinking like I'm the only one doing the work, and they call this self-pity, the shadow side. So the antidote, they say, is learning the transcendent nature of service to oneself or a cause. So it's almost like it's unconditional love, right? It's like you unconditionally love yourself and your twin flame, and you're transcending this, well, I'm the only one doing all the work type thing. So that's awesome. So the divine feminine's working on that. That's great. All right. I'm feeling called to this deck. What else is the divine masculine working on, or should be working on? What is divine masculine working on? What is the divine masculine working on? So, okay. So what I'm getting from this card, is a lot on here, is that the divine masculines do have this fear of not being good enough. They have this fear of abandonment, unworthiness, fear of getting hurt. Okay. And so it is the inner child work. So what I'm getting is the divine masculine working on their inner child work. So this powerful block of that childhood wound, right, of feeling unloved. That is what the divine masculine is working on. Very interesting. Okay, so I didn't show you the card. It's very messy because I wrote it. Okay, let's look at the divine feminine. What is the divine feminine working on? What is the divine feminine working on? What the heck is the divine feminine working on? One card. Yep, so the divine feminine understanding not to get into twin flame union too soon. Because when you get into union with your twin flame too soon, then you're not getting in the relationship with the highest expression of yourself. And old programming will continue to contradict a blissful outcome, right? So as long as if you get together too soon, the divine feminine understands that they are not getting with the best version of their twin flame because they're not being the best versions of themselves, which will probably end up being in a non-committal relationship, right? So we always know we're not in the highest version of our twin flame relationship when we're in a non-committal relationship, which could be marriage or whatever that means to you, living with them, whatever that means to you. Okay, sorry for the noise in the background. Okay, so let's go ahead and pull stuff from the bag. What else are they working on? What else are they working on? Or let's check out the divine masculine first. What's going on with the divine masculine here? All right. The divine masculine. The divine masculine working on family issues. Yes, they're working on family issues for the divine masculine, which is why I think they gave you this card, reflection. So you may want to write down your family relationships and what that means to you and really kind of put it on paper and get a clear look as to where the wounds actually are. Like, especially if you color code it, you can kind of see like the patterns in your relationships with your ancestors and your family, your bloodline, and figure out the patterns, and you can have the power to change that for family issues, and that also would unblock twin flame union. Also, they cannot stop thinking about their twin flame. I can't stop thinking about it says I can't stop thinking about you. So also, like the divine feminine, trying not to feel so attached, because we saw that other card, right? We have the devil reverse for the divine feminine. Same thing with the divine masculine. They cannot stop thinking about their divine feminine, so they are working on that. All right. So let's go ahead and look at the divine feminine side. Let's just pull a couple for the divine feminine here. All right, on the divine feminine, what do we got here? Yeah, that's very interesting. So the divine feminine, of course, wants engagement. Okay, wants engagement, and so the divine feminine understanding that they're just not quite ready yet. The divine feminine knowing I'm not quite ready yet. So the divine feminine trying to work on that, trying to work on not feeling this way, right? Trying to understand the blocks, right, and what's blocking. Understand that they do not want to be in a relationship with, their version of their twin flame that's going to be non-committal, right? And so they also are understanding that it's inner work that has to get done first. And this is just a confirmation for any of you who's a Scorpio, or it could mean something happened during the Scorpio season, which would be mostly November. Um, or, you or your twin flame have a Scorpio sign. So it's kind of like a confirmation there. All right, so let's go ahead and get some messages. So let's go from the divine masculine to the divine feminine first. Just out of curiosity, see if something pops out. What does the divine masculine want their divine feminine to know? What does the divine masculine want their divine feminine to know? Such a big deck. What does the divine masculine want their divine feminine to know, please? There we go. I knew something would pop out. What is their divine what does the divine masculine want the divine feminine to know? Okay, there we go. Oh my gosh. It's too many. But okay, well, we'll take them all. So the divine masculine want the divine feminine to know you are an angel. I still remember the good times we shared. It's really hard for me to open up. And I feel a special bond with you that I've never felt before. Beautiful. All right, let's look at the divine feminine. What does the divine feminine want the divine masculine to know? Oops, I thought that was just too soon. What does the divine feminine want their divine masculine to know? Okay, so you just flipped over. Divine feminine want the divine masculine to know. I miss you regardless how things seem. I miss you regardless, and I still love you. Beautiful. Well, I do hope you enjoyed this reading. If you did, please like, share, subscribe, hit the notification button. Thank you so much for all of my new subscribers. I really appreciate all of you. Thanks so much. Bye now.